Did you know that Chicago's most popular park started off as the city cemetery? Right now I am standing in what used to be a graveyard, now known as Lincoln Park. In today's video, I'm gonna take you all through the park, show you things to do, hidden secrets just like this one, so keep watching. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Louis Gusto of GoLouisGusto.com, a travel filmmaker based in Chicago. Today we're going to be exploring Lincoln Park, one of the crown jewels of the Chicago Park District. Right now we're at the beginning of Lincoln Park on Grand Avenue. It stretches all the way to Ardmore Avenue, over 6.5 miles all along Lake Michigan. We're going to discover more than 20 activities, a lot of which are going to surprise you. I've also got some hidden secrets for you to discover on your next visit to Lincoln Park. So whether you live in Chicago or are just visiting, keep watching. First thing to do in Lincoln Park is the Lakefront Trail, a mixed-use path where you can bike, skateboard, walk, jog, pretty much whatever you want to do all along the shore of Lake Michigan. It's one of the beauties of Chicago is that we have the entire lakefront. It's for everybody. The second thing to do in Lincoln Park is go to the beach. Right now we're at Oak Street Beach, but there's also Ohio Street Beach, Montrose Beach, and North Avenue Beach. All of them offer picturesque views of Lake Michigan. At Oak Street Beach, you're just steps away from Magnificent Mile. You get beautiful views of the Drake Hotel and historic Hancock Tower. Head north on the Lakefront Trail and you will bump into the Chess Pavilion, a concrete structure with chess statues overlooking Lake Michigan. On a sunny day, you'll find people here moving their queens, pawns, rooks, and kings around. Unfortunately, today it's a little bit cold and windy, so no one's here. If you get hungry while you're in Lincoln Park, not to worry because there's food and drink. We're now at Castaways, which is located in a boat that is shipwrecked on North Avenue Beach. Get yourself a burger and possibly an adult beverage. The next thing to do in Lincoln Park is visiting the Chicago History Museum, which began as the Chicago Historical Society. Many of the original artifacts were destroyed in the Great Fire of 1871, but just like this great city, the museum rose from the ashes. It's appropriate that the History Museum is located in Lincoln Park because it houses many of the artifacts from Lincoln's life. All right, before we get into the next thing to do in Lincoln Park, I got some quick facts for you. Believe it or not, it began as a cemetery, but residents started complaining about the possible health risks. So city officials sectioned off an unused part and designated it Cemetery Park. It was later renamed Lake Park. Then after Abraham Lincoln's assassination, the city honored him by renaming the entire park Lincoln Park. With 20 million visitors per year, it is the third most visited US city park. How's that for facts? Alright guys, we're now at one of the hidden secrets of Lincoln Park. It's the Couch Mausoleum, which is actually the oldest standing structure within the Chicago Fire Zone. Just head to the Lincoln statue, go a little bit behind. There's a nice historical marker which will tell you all kinds of facts about it. Just don't wake the dead. My next recommendation for things to do is visiting the Nature Boardwalk. You'll find the South Pond, a statue of Grant, and it's here where you start to forget that you're in the third largest city in the United States because it's very peaceful and serene. It's just a beautiful place to visit and I highly recommend it. You knew I wasn't gonna get through this list without mentioning Lincoln Park Zoo, possibly the best thing to do in all of Lincoln Park. I made a video on Lincoln Park Zoo. You can check out that link in case you missed it, but it is open 365 days a year, always free, and you've got animals like gorillas, rhinos, and coming back soon, the lions. After you're done seeing all the animals at Lincoln Park Zoo, make sure you pay a visit to the Lincoln Park Conservatory. Conservatories just like this one arose in the 19th century as a response to the industrialization that was ruining many great cities in America. This one's also free to the public. I highly recommend checking out the conservatory. I wouldn't build a whole day around it because you're gonna be done in less than an hour, but it's definitely something you don't wanna miss. If you want some moments of zen while visiting Lincoln Park, definitely stop by the Alfred Caldwell Lily Pool. OG members of this channel will recognize it from my very first video where I talked about the benefits of solo travel. A national historic landmark, lots of lily pads, and very soothing and calming waterfalls. Our next activity on the list is Theater on the Lake. This building was recently renovated and has a restaurant, hosts many different events during the summer, and you could even rent it out for your wedding. If you've got kids, then you may want to stop by the Peggy Notebaert Nature Museum. I personally haven't been here, so I can't give a recommendation. If you go out back, they have a butterfly garden that's completely free and open to the public. Beautiful butterflies stopping by, eating flowers, you know, just hanging out doing butterfly things. Right behind the Nature Museum, you've got the North Pond Nature Sanctuary, a beautifully serene place with turtles, birds, and ducks. I'm actually a frequent visitor because my bus lets off not too far from here. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please hit that like button below and leave a comment. What park would you like me to cover next? Let's keep on going with more activities to do in Lincoln Park. If I was sitting here 8,000 years ago, I'd be underwater. There are plaques all along North Pond denoting this as the original shoreline of Lake Michigan. Look at statues. And yes, I thought that this deserved its own place on the list because we have so many statues throughout the park. Behind me is Alexander Hamilton. We've also got Benjamin Franklin, William Shakespeare, Abraham Lincoln, and many, many more. The next item on our list is boating. And it only makes sense being on Lake Michigan that there will be plenty of places to do water activities. You could bring your boat to Diversey or Belmont Harbor. You can rent jet skis or rent kayaks. I don't own my yacht yet, but I think when I do, I'm gonna park it right here. What you see behind me may look like an ordinary statue, but it's actually the third hidden secret in Lincoln Park that I have for you. It's called a Signal of Peace. It was on display during the 1893 World's Fair. For all you history buffs, this is gonna be located close to Diversey. Get yourself a photo, put it up on Instagram, and you'll be good. All right, so I already gave you an activity if you have kids. Dog owners, don't fret, because I didn't forget about you. We're at the Belmont Harbor Dog Beach. And this is a place where you can bring the pooch to play among the Canadian geese, jump in the water, enjoy the sand. Dog lovers, this is your spot. You wouldn't believe that you'd be able to find a totem pole in Chicago. This one is actually authentic. And by the way, I wanted to take this time to talk about some of the differences and similarities between Lincoln Park and Central Park. They're both located in the heart of the city, amazing views of the skyline. Just like Central Park, Lincoln Park has its own ponds, its own zoo. What's different about Lincoln Park is it's located all along the lakeshore, whereas Central Park is in the center of Manhattan. Both parks are great. Continue to watch. Thanks for watching, guys. We are now at one of two bird sanctuaries in Lincoln Park. This is the Bill Jarvis Bird Sanctuary. Take a listen. Those are all the migratory birds who are flying south for the winter. Now we're at the Marowitz Golf Course. It is a 9-hole golf course, and I'm not quite sure what you need to do to qualify to get in here. Yet another thing to do in Lincoln Park. The next activity to do in Lincoln Park is sports. So we've already seen the golf course. There's also a driving range and mini golf. You've got baseball and softball fields, tennis courts. What else do we have as far as sports? Oh, we've got basketball, beach volleyball. Pretty much any sport you want to play, you can do right here in Lincoln Park. If relaxation is more your speed, you'll be happy to know that there are plenty of spots in Lincoln Park for you to meditate. I'm at the top of Cricket Hill, which is no easy feat to climb. It is worth it. There is a beautiful view of the skyline up here, and you can really just take in the views. All right, guys, we've reached the northern end of Lincoln Park at Ardmore Avenue, 6.5 miles from where we started today. The last thing on our list of things to do is just to relax and enjoy nature. Parks are one of the great blessings that we have here in the city of Chicago. You can sit on the beach, watch the waves roll by, look at beautiful puppies being walked and handling their business. You can take your kids to the playground, see wildlife at the zoo. Really, there are no shortage of things to do in Lincoln Park. I want to give a special shout out to my girlfriend who has been with me the entire day. Just like the end of Lincoln Park, we've also reached the end of this video. I want to thank you very much for watching. Please, if you made it to the end of the video, give it a like. And if you are new here, subscribe to join the Gusto gang. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace out. Chicago's most popular park started off as a graveyard. It's true, and we are there. What can I say after that? Yeah?
Up, or down, I guess. Do you want the whole statue?
Most of it.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Follow my guides. Thank you very much. You can subscribe down below. When you're here at the Nature Boardwalk, you start to forget that you're in the third largest city in the